expect to go through your mind Saturday when you're introduced the final time in Ohio Stadium and run out with the rose to your mom and dad?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I mean, probably be a lot of emotion, things like that. I don't know. I might see my mom cry for the first time. That's a big deal. I'm 22 years old. Haven't seen that. But yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's gonna be just a good time. I'm not gonna do too much reflecting.
Yeah.
To that ball game. I don't know. I think it'd be good just having my fans out there.
Is it been a blur, or has it been what if 5 years felt like? Is it as you kind of sit here on the precipice of the end of it, you know?
Yeah.
Or at least the home end of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say a blur. I think it's going faster than I think you initially realize. I mean, you start looking back on it a little bit. I haven't had time to look on it too much, but just a little bit. Looking back, it's I know it's been a long time. 5 years is quite some time, and a lot of growth during that period. So, I don't know.
JT, when you decided to come to Ohio State, you knew that this was a big stage. You knew that the heights that you could go at a place like this. But when you take a look at your career in general, has it been a little bit weird to you, just the way things have played out in terms of, getting the job earlier than most freshmen here do, the quarterback battle in the middle, helping this team win a national title, all the things that you've been through? It's been an interesting road. And I didn't know if there was a certain perspective that you have of just the different path that you got to the senior day.
Yeah, I think everybody's path is a little different. I think it's interesting because, you kind of come to a place, I mean, kind of almost anything in life, even if you get a new job, you have certain goals you write out for yourself that you want to achieve, and kind of, like I said, you have a path on how to get there and, what you want to accomplish, and then it's almost like, well, hold on now. God has a path too, and it's not always the same path. So with that, there's things along the way that I didn't expect. God knew was happening. I think with those things, positive or negative, I was able to grow from them. And I think at the end of the day, I think I'm a better person for all the things I went through.
JT, when you said you start a job, you kind of put out things that you want to accomplish at that job. Mm-hmm. When you came here, I mean, you might have been even a little bit under the radar in terms of where you came from and the ratings that you had on some recruiting services, and it could have, a lot of people might have overlooked you at the beginning. What were reasonable expectations for yourself when you decided to come here, and do you think you've met or exceeded those expectations?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, when you say reasonable, it's almost like...
Well, in your mind, what did you think?
But that's the thing, is I don't know, I think it's interesting just because, I don't know, it's almost like when you say reasonable, it sounds like you set boundaries for yourself or something, which I don't think anybody should. Like, you set your mind to do something, then you put the work in, and there's opportunity to go achieve whatever you put out to do. So with that, I mean, I didn't limit myself, I would say. I mean, I came here to win a national championship, and we were able to achieve that. And that was the biggest thing, and being the starting quarterback here. The things along the way, as far as all the records being broken, I think those are huge honors, and I was able to accomplish those things through winning, and I think that's the most important thing. But when I came here, that was the main things. Why'd you come to Ohio State?
You guys have, I'm sorry.
Urban, when asked about your senior day, said he will always be a member of the Meyer family. I'm wondering if you could reflect on your 5 years with Urban, what your relationship with him is like, and whether you expect to be sending him Christmas cards when you're 50.
Yeah, Coach Meyer, since being here, our relationship has grown a lot. I think the trust that is built between us. Definitely a bond that, and we went through a lot of things, going from, him really not knowing me, and then coming in and being a starting quarterback, to the battle in 2015, to last year being a young team and leaning on the older guys, and even throughout this year. So I think it's definitely one that's gonna, last forever. And I appreciate him saying that about me.
I mean, he still talks about Tim Tebow and Alex and all his. Can you imagine him discussing you 10 years from now if he's still coaching?
Yeah, he's not gonna talk about it. He's not gonna say it to my face. That's how Coach Barrett is. He doesn't say nice things to your face. So, hopefully, he's able to use me in some type of, example, coaching up the quarterbacks that come after me. I think that's just I don't know, because he, like you said, he still talks about Tim Tebow, Alex Smith, and we have discussions on, different things that, when he was coaching them, different things that they did, they would enhance my game. So if he was able to do that with my name and things that I've done here, then I think that would be pretty cool.
JT, what is your favorite thing about being an Ohio State football player? What's the best thing about it?
Best thing about it, there's a lot of great things. I don't know if I put my finger on one. I think one of the great things is the family. That was another reason why I came to Ohio State. The family with Buckeye Nation and the bond that, I've been all over the country, but I've been places while being at Ohio State, airports here and there, and wearing Ohio State stuff. And they didn't even, some people, especially when I didn't play early on, they saw a little Ohio State hoodie in the airport, and they'd be like, "Oh, OH," and I'll say, "Oh," and it's just like we have a bond, we're connected in some way just through Ohio State, and I think that's amazing with this great university. And then also too, the bond here with being part of the football team. I think the brotherhood that we have is something that's undeniable. It can't be broken as far as when you leave, and the people that are about to be Ohio State Buckeyes are even committed to people like that. It's different, I feel like, than any other place. Knowing that you're going to be an Ohio State Buckeye and you've been an Ohio State Buckeye, it's been something, you're connected in some way. We're spiritually, we know you've been through a rough time, and all the good and bad, all those things that in between is special being an Ohio State player.
But you've left your mark too, don't you feel? You've left your mark. I know you're not done yet, but
left my mark.
Yeah. People are going to know who you are 30 years from now, don't you feel?
I hope so. I don't know. I think that I've done some good things here. That's something that happens. I think that's pretty cool. But who knows?
You guys, your seniors, at senior day, y'all have put yourselves back in contention for almost everything you're playing for. When you think about it, does that make the day even more special? There's still stuff up for grabs. If you understand what I'm saying, you're playing for something.
I think you always plan for something. Whether it be whatever you're talking about, or just your teammates, really, and playing for the other seniors. You think about it, when I was a redshirt freshman, and I remember playing against T1 North, and I remember looking at those guys on offense, especially Uncle D, Jeff Harmon, Evan Spencer, playing for those guys, and how much they meant to them. That was going to be their last time playing at Ohio Stadium. So I think, if anything, that's what's going to be talked about as far as playing for something, because you ain't going to get that again.
You talked about it after the senior day festivities. You've got to go out and play a game. Any concern about focus level this week, given what you have looming after that?
Not really. We gotta go get the Illabuck trophy.
JT, you mentioned the goal of winning a national championship, and then you pointed to that 2014 season. Obviously, you weren't involved in the postseason, on the field. How do you view that title? Do you view it as you won a national title, or do you view it as you still have something to achieve?
I don't know. I think that's a pretty wild question. I think I had something part to do with it.
Sure. But
it's almost like you saying don't claim the ring that I have at my house.
No. But do you think you still want to? Obviously, you want to win another national title, but do you want to be the quarterback does it? Like, does that make?
Of course. Yeah, but I mean, my ankle was broken. Like, I couldn't do nothing about it. Like, I think it would have been different. Like, you know, if I got in trouble at the time, and you know, I put myself in a position where I, weren't able to play those games, but I was literally on the scooter, ankle broken, in a cast. So, I was out of my control at that point. But I mean, I still claim every bit of that ring.
All right.
Hey, JT, I think that
questions for JT.
you've done a lot of things at this program. There's people who would argue, a lot of people would argue that you're the best quarterback that ever played here. But in a time where we're analyzing all the great things that you did on your final time at Ohio State, is there anything that sticks out to you that you wish would have gone differently in your head?
Yeah, of course. There's definitely, pulling out right now, I think, I don't know, not anything, it's really popping up in my head, but I'm pretty sure you give it enough time, there'll be something that, definitely would like back or, in hindsight, would do differently, of course.
JT, a football question real quick. How many more run plays were there in the game plan last week where you just were given straight handoffs to guys as opposed to reading it, compared to maybe what you guys usually do?
Yeah, so I think that was the emphasis that we tried to do, is make sure that our tailbacks had some handoff plays, because we do a lot of reading, so the read option game. And with that, it gets a little funky just because the defense could kind of dictate who gets the ball, really. If they run straight for the running back on those read options, then I have to pull the ball. So they would make me the runner. So I think our coaches did a great job of formulating things that we could just give handoffs and get our tailbacks going.
And I know
like
it
you were
seems like
driving
that's sort of Urban always talks about evening up the numbers, and we all know that that's such an important part of what you guys do. But I guess at some point, right, if the defense, like you said, if the defense is dictating that you've got to keep almost all the time, you almost have to call a couple of those, right? Otherwise, you can't get your tailbacks involved as much as you want.
Right. And that was part of it. And I think with the thing that was the structure of the defense we were going against, Michigan State, like you was running off an extra guy anyway. And I think a lot of people are aware of that when you just have tailback runs, like because somebody, it's a free hat somewhere, but you got to make that guy miss or run away from him and those things. So I think with that, our tailbacks did a good job of making those guys miss, or we just did a good job, our coaches did, of running away from that extra hat.
When the running game is clicking, does it feel like you're almost driving a machine? What does it feel like as a quarterback in that kind of setting, JT?
I don't know. I think, if anything, I think the biggest thing would probably be the offensive line. Movement, when you see that movement up front with those guys, and then having those hits downfield consistently, it helps out with our play action pass and just pass rush, D-line getting tired, and the typical of playing fast and keeping those D-linemen on the field, and then not able to rotate guys in and out. I think it just gives us more of an advantage when we have the run game rolling, and our guys are able to roll off the ball instead of being on our heels.
Have you had a favorite day here, right there, or are there too many?
Favorite day?
Favorite game happening?
Oh, favorite game?
Favorite. Yeah.
Favorite memory.
I'm only giving you one, so.
Is it a day, memory, game?
Whatever you prefer. You're kind of the.
Okay. I don't know.
Is there a moment you were the highest that you felt like at this place?
I think. I'll probably say, I don't know if I had to put one on it. When we won the national championship, seeing the confetti fall, I think that was probably top 5. I give it top 5.
Even though you were on the scooter?
I don't know. That's really wild that y'all asked me that. Like, it's almost like I was supposed to be mad.